Hello everyone, welcome back to Car Mechanics Simulator. In the last episode we did leave off with purchasing ourselves this Capeman right here. Old Buick or Volvo looking thing. So this will be a restoration project that we are going to tackle. We do only have $2,000, so I don't think we're gonna get too into it. There's a couple things that we can do. We did pick up a couple parts, this gearbox and this fender and this fuel filter in particular. I would like to install on the car just because they are good parts and they will increase its value. So we'll throw the fuel filter on. I'm going to move her on over to car lift A so we can swap out that gearbox, which is going to be very important. And we'll throw a fender on real quickly. Look at that. Oh, that is a beautiful color. That's like somewhere between blue and purple. That is wonderful. Is there a starter connected? Nope, there is not, so we will just pull this drive shaft right out. We do need to make some money because most of these parts we can actually probably fix with the workbench, so we are going to need about $12,000 in order to fix it. So it just comes down to the question, how dedicated to this car are we? Do we just repair little things here and there? Or do we go all the way? This clutch actually doesn't look like it's in the worst shape that I've ever seen. So we're just going to throw that gearbox. Oh, that gearbox is not available. This is an inline 6B. Okay, so that gearbox was not worth it for this car. That is very unfortunate. So we'll just throw this stuff back onto it. That gearbox could be useful for another project. Basically, any muscle car will take it. So there is that to consider. How's the bottom of this looking? Let's see. Two rod caps. Alright, looks like we are 2 rod caps. Yeah, we're gonna need 5 crankshaft bearings and 4 rod caps. We do have some crankshaft bearings. Those red ones are not really worth it. We're not gonna make it run better, but these could make it run. Do we have any rod caps on us? We do. Again, this isn't a fundamental part of the engine. Well, okay. They are important. But even with red ones, we should be able to get this car running even if they're not the greatest quality. So we need, oh my goodness, we actually need quite a bit of stuff, don't we? What else do we got? We got a power steering reservoir that we can use. We do have an oil filter for this car, don't we? No, that's an inline 6. Tie rods, spark plugs, brake pads, bad stuff. I have a couple inline 4s. We do have a fuel pump. I wonder if this car has one. It does not, so we will need a fuel pump. So, not the greatest quality, but at least it's something, I guess. We're gonna go in here. We can install our power steering reservoir And that's a radiator C. That's unfortunate. Did I find a brake? No, I didn't. Ignition coils. We need some arms. Alternator. Yeah, with this engine, however, it is kind of needy for specific parts. Have to get fused together. Yeah, there will be a fair bit of work, but with the limited parts we put on, you can see we're already making a $400 profit off of this, and we didn't really put anything into it. So that will be a nice treat. But for now, we will move this car on to the outside where it can sit, and let's go take on some new jobs here. Looks like we've got a Talon or a Eclipse, whichever one you want to call it. Doesn't look like anything too crazy, so let's take the order. Perfect. Let's take this one. We're going to tackle that Camaro here as soon as we clean up just a little bit of stuff. Move it to car lift A, and we'll take on that last job. There we go. That is a full garage, ladies and gentlemen. We have 4 cars taking up room. Oh my goodness. This is actually in fairly good shape, this Eclipse. This is rather nice. Let's see, what do they want us to do? Refill brake, power, and washer. Get these 3 topped up, and we'll kick them out the door. There is a fix bumper on that Camaro, so you can just buy a new one. The problem is that we don't have a paint shop, so we can't color match it, and we don't have a workbench to fix it. So I'm contemplating on whether or not we tackle that right away, or if I wait. We could build up some more money and then maybe try to get more money out of our car. There's a couple more things we could do. Get some more body panels on it. We could probably find we can purchase the welder, which would fix the frame, which would be super useful. Alright, let's see here. Oh my goodness, I can't see. There we go. So, looks like we're gonna have to drain the coolant out. There we go. And I believe this is all going to be on the front of the engine. A lot of cam gears and pulleys. So, take that off. Take our serpentine belt off. Supercharger. Water pump pulley. We can get rid of the water pump itself. And lastly, we need the cam gears, which should all be on the front here of this engine. So we will pull that off. Move the timing cover. Perfect. Looks like the timing chain and the gear are no good. So, we have the cam gear, the pulley, the water pump, and the timing chain. Looks like we have all the parts we need to fix this guy on up. There we go, bunch of brand new parts. Let's get her fixed up. Oh, it can be kind of hard to work on these guys with the way that they're built. Doesn't change the fact that I love them. Just makes them slightly more tricky. Perfect. Cover. See that gearbox that we picked up would go perfectly on this car, but they don't need a gearbox, so we're not going to worry about that. And the fan. And then we have to refill it with coolant. We can't forget. The game will remind us, however, that we botched it. Perfect. It's interesting, it's called a water pump, but you put coolant into it. You obviously can't put water into it because water freezes and you don't want frozen water inside your engine, so. Alright. And, oh wow, that's actually a nice little payout, I guess. You do always have to take into account the parts you have to purchase, but. Alright, so this needs brake system and something else. So let's find out, shall we? Oh, the brake is not refill, brake, and coolant. Okay, so we can refill these fluids just right off the bat. Just because we're dealing with the brake system, so we don't need to worry about this. There we are. The brake system shouldn't be too hard to figure out. We'll take a quick look at this ABS pump and the module. See if they're good. Oh, that's perfect. The module is gone, and that is an expensive bill. So that will be good for some more money. Nice profitable job right off the bat. Perfect. Now we'll lift her up, and looks like we've got a bad disc over here. Can guarantee that one. And that's a bad caliper. So that'll be 2 parts. That'll be 3 total. Right. 1 brake caliper. Yep. Caliper's gone. That pad is good. That vented disc is bad. Wonder if this one's going to be bad. I have a feeling it is. Pretty rusty, it's looking pretty low. This is a pretty new car. We're going to take a quick look here. So they want it at least 63% is what they're after. So everything looks good there. This guy here, yeah, 29%. Okay, so this one, oh, that's a bad pad right there, can tell that. And that'll be another disc. And the brake disc, there we go. And lastly, this one is completely fine. So that should be, oh my goodness, no. Normal mode. That went all sorts of wrong. Yeah, we got everything. Perfect. So we're gonna add and a module. Hopefully my memory serves me there. Perfect. Alright, so this doesn't need a brand new caliper. I'm gonna put the better brakes on the front, obviously. Okay, looks like all the tires are the same. Looks like the 2 bad tires are probably on the front. I'd have to pull the other rear off to make it even, and we're not going to do that. I wonder if tire rotation will get introduced into this game, because obviously people have to bring their vehicles in for tire rotations. For that exact reason. So, I wonder if that'll become part of the game. Now this caliper was done, wasn't it? I do think so. Perfect. 1 more tire left. No bonus XP or anything for this job, which is a little unfortunate. That's okay. I wonder what this is supposed to be modeled after. Kind of drawing a blank on it. Just generic everyday car, I guess. Perfect. You are finished. Yep, no bonus, anything there. There you go. Oh my goodness, look at that, a $1,600 payout. That's gonna put us up over $3,000. That is fantastic. Oh, Tiburon's gone. We got another Eclipse here and another big guy. So, let's take this order. We're gonna grind out a little bit, try and make some money. Oh, look at this guy. This almost looks like a race wagon. Alright, what do you need? Fluid. Yeah, so brake, coolant, power steering. Finish. $73. What do you need? Belt tensioner, timing belt, and a water pump. Change oil. Use. Soil looks pretty clean. Alright, so all of the parts should be possibly over here. There's the belt tensioner. We need to drain. Oh, there we go. Drain the coolant. Go. And we will. Okay, so we gotta remove that guy. This guy. And now we can get the water pump. There we are. Timing belt. Perfect. Alright. Okay, collected all our parts. There it is. All right. Head back on over to the bottom of the car. Put a new oil filter on. Yeah, bolt cateman isn't going to be that great for rebuilding. Maybe if you turned it into a little bit of a race car and put race performance parts on it, it might become worth something, but it's just not really going to happen. We should go, and we are going to pick up, we are finally going, oh, the welder costs $5,000. I didn't realize it was that expensive. I thought it was a lot cheaper than that. I guess I'm completely wrong. Alright. Let's see what other jobs we've got going on. Oh, look at this. We are taking that. I don't know what it is. That looks like almost like a Corvette. And we've got our first Nissan, a Nissan Nismo. Look at that. We've got some cool cars coming in now. Look at these beauties. That's right. This is no, don't look at this. Don't look at this. We are now a high-class performance shop, if I do say so myself. Alright, this guy here, yeah. Oh, he's got bonus money, though. Oh, I want it. Okay, filters, no worries. Move you to car lift A. I'm gonna go squeak out that other job as well. Ooh. Alright, take that order. Perfect. That puts us back out here. Got like a Tiburon. Oh, look at the hood on this. This is actually a little sporty looking car. All right, let us actually look at this. This is the Bolt Reptilia R6. This is part of a DLC. I'm kind of assuming electric almost. No, this is obviously not. I don't know who this is. Poor brake performance. Okay, so it needs to go into the shop. So we will start with the Nismo then. This guy is just simple filters. I believe the fuel filter, the air filter, and the oil filter. Perfect. So, to get to the air filter, pull off these clips here. Remove the cover. Just add that to the shopping list right now. Where is the fuel filter on this bad boy? Ah, there he is. This is quite the engine. Is this? No, it's not. I was wondering if this was twin turbo there for a second. But it is not. then, no, it's a fuel pump. Why would you replace just the filter but not do an oil change on the car? That is very, very confusing to me. Yeah. Very strange. Alright, back to the shop. Alright, brand new oil filter. Fuel filter, air filter. All right, there we are. And that is a job well done. Good old $75. Thank you for coming in today. Next, we are going to obviously work on this bad boy. Look at this. This does look like the new Corvettes. This is like the newer age Corvettes, is it not? Yeah, that has to be. That is a Corvette rear end. And the bolt is generally kind of a Chevy product. There is no engine in here. Look at this. Oh, that's cool. So there's your fuse box, your brake booster, your washer, and your battery are all right here. And then in the back here is the engine. Oh, look at this. So this is a mid-engine car. Look at that. That is such a cool gearbox. Right there, just solid power straight to the rear wheels. This is not a all-wheel drive system. I thought it might be, but it's not. So that is, oh, this is so cool. I love the lime green. Just making a statement, are ya? Oh, these brakes actually look good. Never mind. I'm not going to pull off that tire if I don't have to. This one needs some attention. Alright, one caliper, one disc, one vent, and a pad. Alright, we have one good tire. That's going to go on the front. And I'm assuming... Oh, no. We got two different sizes here. So we have two 355s. Those should be rears. Yes. We're going to put the good one on this side. That is kind of one of the coolest parts about a two-wheel drive car, is putting big shoes on the back. Used to have a 2013 Hyundai Genesis, and I know that sounds funny. You want to laugh at it because Hyundai, but the Genesis, this was actually the second model, like the second new body style, and they had increased the power and torque on them by over 100. They were up to almost 300 horse and 300 foot-pounds of torque, almost dead even on the two cylinders, which is what I had, a two-cylinder turbo. And it had wider shoes on the back, and that was a fun car. Alright, I do believe that is all of it. Perfect. $391 Onos. There we go. And finally, we'll move you in. Alright. I don't remember what your issues were, but I do believe you were bonus money. This is a slick looking little car, though. I'd like to do something about those rims, but the rest of it looks pretty nice. Alright. Oh, more brake problems. A caliper, two pads, and an ABS module. Caliper, two pads, ABS module. I actually saw the ABS module was bad, so I knew that was going to be a replace. And this will be a nice payday with that ABS module being a $700 part. Probably upsell a little bit. We bought it for $700, so labor and upsell Just probably ABS alone would probably charge $800 or $900, which isn't too bad considering how quickly it happens. Look at that. Yeah, see, $855, so probably about $800. And then you got the bonuses going on for $1,200. Awesome. Right, we got we got a Nissan Fairlady. Oh, come on, we got to work on that. Oh, look at these. I love these. These are cool old school Nissans. And this one is looking like it's in really good shape. Look at that. It's right-hand drive and everything. That is sweet. Looks like they know everything that's wrong with it, so we're good there. We got an older school BMW. No bonuses and no bonuses. Put new engine oil and filter, poor brake performance. And over here, what is this? I don't know. What's this one? Inspect and replace filters, brake systems. I'm so kind of over brake systems right now, and I kind of want to work on this because I never have, but I'm just done with brakes. Alright, let's move you on over here. We're going to lift you up. We don't have to, but look at that. We didn't have to open it, but we're going to because it opens from the front, and look at this beauty. Oh my, so clean. Oh, that shock is gone though. That's unfortunate. Sorry, man. Alright, so, and I do believe, yeah, right there. So we have a couple parts to deal with. So we're going to lift her all the way up. Can I close the hood from down here? I can just like jump up there and pat it down. Okay, there are tire rods that need to come off, so we're gonna have to pull the front tires off because you can't take tire rods off with the tire on, unfortunately. Right, we're gonna have to remove this guy. There we go. Front shock absorber. There we go. And yeah, that inner one definitely needs to come with us. There she goes. And yeah, this side as well. And finally, this guy over here. Because for some weird reason this plate's gone, but that U-bolt is gone on the other side. Just to make life difficult, right? Perfect. Okay, so that's two inner tie rods, the leaf spring U-bolt, the front shock absorber, the leaf spring plate, and the rear shock. Perfect. Not a bad first Fairlady job. Didn't get to dig into the engine, which is obviously the most fun part, but I'll take what I can get. Alright, and lastly, we did actually have to open that hood because we have to refill some fluid. Such a clean looking car. Looks so much better than our Cape out there. It's all together. It's not rusty. It runs. God, that must be a total eyesore out there. Who brings their car to a mechanic shop with a car like that sitting outside? These guys are brave. It makes me happy that they don't judge us. They don't judge us for this thing outside. All right, do we tackle this now? All right, let's get into her. So I can't remember if I actually read the description before. He says, good morning, would you be able to help me? This is my first car. It might not be the perfect car, but it is mine. I've always dreamed about one like this, so I finally managed to save some cash, and I started looking immediately. It seems I may have gotten a bit carried away. I heard that this doesn't bode well. The salesman said that the brakes need to be replaced. That's no big deal. But the rest is in perfect condition. Apparently not. This morning I heard a banging in the back, and it pulls to the right. I hope it's nothing serious. I'll borrow some cash if necessary, but I hope it's just the brakes. Can't wait to hit the road again. Please do a checkup and replace what you need. See you. So he wants 77%, it looks like. So wonder if we go all the way and we just replace as much as we can. Not like as much as we can, but anything obviously under 77%. So we know it needs 4 brake pads. I'm just gonna start by pulling these tires right off. We know they've got to come off. So this is a early 2000s Camaro, it looks like. Kind of cool cars. I mean, kind of loses the muscle look, but it keeps the big engine in it, so it's still trying to be a muscle car, but then with the sleeker body, it's trying to be more aerodynamic. I mean, they started it in the 80s. They were a little more aerodynamic friendly, but these guys, these ones here, obviously took it to another level. Alright. I do believe you are, yes, changing oil. Oh, there was like no oil in that. That doesn't bode well. Alright, so we're going to remove the oil filter right off the bat. I'm going to remove the oil pan. Since we're under here and we've got mystery parts, bangings usually don't bode well for the underside of an engine. So, looks like everything's actually in pretty good shape here. Pistons are all looking good. Perfect. Alright, so it does pull to the right, so that sounds like steering issues. Looks like, yeah, there you go. Look at that. All kinds of broken parts over here. There we go. That will be the rear end dealt with. How about the front? How does the front look? Ooh, these wheel hubs, I bet you aren't good. Yep. You can kind of tell with the rusty ring around the edge. That usually tells me that the wheel hub... Oh, actually, maybe I'm completely bonkers. Maybe there's something else wrong with this car, too. Up front here like that. So we'll take the wheel hub out. Yeah, this front hub itself is gone. Guess that was just a lucky guess. That's what that comes down to. Alright, any problems over here other than your brakes? I have a feeling all 4 bushings are gone. Wheel hub looks good. Centerpiece looks good. Yes, this bushing is definitely done. Okay, so I think that that will be all we need to deal with underneath the car here. So, alright, that should be the underside of the car ready to go. We'll start over on the back here because it'll be the easiest one. It's mostly together as is. And let's just throw a tire back on. Okay, so they are all the same size. We're going to put the 2 worst on the rear. Of course, this thing probably just roasts them off anyways. Unless this guy drives like a, you know, normal person. But even normal people like to have fun. Already down $1,000. Alright, next worst one is this one. Not by much, mind you. That other one's only 75. This is 74. Not much of a difference there. Perfect. I'm actually kind of surprised that the fronts and the rears are the same size, just with the type of car this is. See, that would technically need to be replaced as well. This would actually technically need to be replaced. Like, there is so much that could be replaced with that minimum. Like, all these calipers would be done. But that would be just so expensive. And I feel like that would just rob the guy. He said he'll borrow money if he can, but I don't want to overdo it on him.
I mean, other mechanics may think the complete opposite. I mean, how many times have you gone to a shop and it feels like they're telling you that something needs to be fixed when it doesn't? Hopefully that doesn't happen as much as it used to. Or as much as we all fear anyways. And that should be all the running gear problems that we have run into. Now for the engine. That is the next question. We're going to use some tools though. Awesome. Alright. Electrometer. Let's see if the fuses and everything are good. Fairly. Yeah, see, a lot of those relays would need to be fixed as well. There's a lot of them. The battery is under 70 as well. You know what? I can actually do the battery for free. So I'm going to charge his battery anyways. There you go, man. Okay. See, these are all under 77. So I think I might just replace all of them instead of just the ones that are broken. I think I might just give myself a little bit of leeway on that one, just because that's a normal thing to do all spark plugs rather than just the select few. And they're supposed to be, might make me a little extra money on this job. And oh my goodness, this is the worst part about this particular engine, the rollers. It has so many idle rollers, it hurts. Oh, I'm going to need to drain the coolant before I pull that water pump off and cause a huge mess. Might be able to leave the alternator and power steering pump on though. Yes, looks like I will be able to, but I do have to remove the engine heads, because they got these little weird wings here that just, like, all the bolts are right here, and all of a sudden one up here, just to hold the timing cover in place. Like, I just want to pull that off and then just pull the timing cover out from underneath it. Oh, these bolts come out so slow. I'm so slow. Why am I not using a power drill? Doing this by hand. You can hear the distinctive ratcheting sound of a hand ratchet, because you can hear the gun when you're pulling them off the tires. And there we go. Oh, look at that. We got a bad camshaft. Finding more parts to replace, and that is a bad fuel rail. This intake looks good. This fuel rail looks good. Timing belt. Oh, timing belt's bad. Both of them. Cam gear. Cam shaft. There we are. Let's see how we're doing on parts. That's actually everything. Oh, wow. Alright. We'll do that guy. Both of those. The fuel rail. We are going to get that serpentine belt. It's a cheap part anyways. It's not a big issue. And there we go. Let's put her back together. Throw a brand new fuel rail on. Throw the new camshaft. I like when you can do the camshafts and you don't have the caps here. The caps can be such a pain to do. Should definitely look into some upgrades for unscrewing speed. Alright. Let us do all these rollers. This is the kind of engine you don't want to miss something on. You don't want to pull apart all of this just to find out, oh hey, the pistons are bad too. Because then you're sitting there and you're ready to shoot somebody. Technically that belt tensioner should have been replaced as well. But we're not going to go too crazy. We're just do a little bit here and there. Yeah, we did a couple extra things for this guy. His belt, his battery. Is there anything else? Oh yeah, spark plugs and coils. So, being your friendly neighborhood mechanic, I mean, the battery is just a no-brainer. If you can do the battery, do it. Like, I could do it for free. I didn't have to pay, right? So he doesn't have to pay. Just probably, there might be like a charging fee, like for charging. Wouldn't be the full cost of the battery, I don't think. If so, that's a great way to make a little extra money. If you've got battery problems, that little battery charger would seriously help. Alright, that is, I believe, the entire engine put together. Yeah, we have no other good parts left over. We'll refill the coolant. Oh my goodness, that job cost us almost $2,000, is that it? Or is it almost $3,000? We had over 4 and we're down past 2, so almost 3 then, I guess. Pretty sure it's closer to 2. But either way, it was an expensive fix. Find out how much money we're gonna make off of this job. Alright, that should be all of that, and then all that's left is the front bumper, which is the most aggravating part for me because we can't color match it. Like when you go to the body shop here and you want to buy a front bumper, there should be a color option. What color do you want? And it should give you a list of factory colors. I don't know if this was the factory color, but either way, I wish. Alright, that is her. I am fairly confident that we are done here. Oh my goodness, we're making almost $5,000 off of this job, so that's about a $3,000 profit. Oh, no battery, and I just about sent him off without his battery. I am so sorry. Fully charged battery, ready to go. Didn't change the price or anything, so I don't know if that was actually worth it. And we got a level up, and we have $6,000 now. That is awesome. Got another story mission here. Oh, this needs to happen. Oh, this needs to happen. I'm taking this job. This is a Skyline R34, my absolute favorite car, and we are going to be working on this in the next episode. So thank you everyone for watching. Look forward to seeing you. Peace out.